Hello, I'm your host Ismail, and welcome to Storytime Saturdays. Today's video is Audiobook 4, Chapter 6, Part 2 of The Rising Tides of the Great Battle for Amerikhanta. Then, back at the Fortress of Shadows, the great army of Amerikhanta all get ready for battle and readied their cannons and muskets. So now, the great siege and battle of the Fortress of Shadows was about to begin. Then, so a little while later that day, Generals Lee, Grant, Sherman, and Stonewall Jackson and their troops all fired their cannons and muskets at the Fortress of Shadows. During the siege, the Army of the Dark was being decimated this time around and blown to pieces, along with most of their fortress. But deep inside the fortress, Lord Lazarus Nazariev had completed the ritual and summoned the evil ancient god of laugh and decay, Lord Asmodeus Drakarian Ahazu. Now, with the ritual complete, the ancient supreme deity of shadows, Lord Asmodeus, was now released from the sacred void and ready to terrorize the lands of Amerikhanta once more. Now the dark foul spirit of shadows quickly exited the Fortress of Shadows and flew to the ancient shadow base of Nimliofdor in the province state of Vermont Atlantique. A while later, after the ritual, Lord Lazarus came to the top of the now ruined fortress with the unconscious bodies of young Ara and Izzy tied to a wooden pole. Then, back at the front line of the United Union Confederate Front, Arn saw the unconscious bodies of his two sons on that wood pole at the top of the fortress. With seeing that, he drew out his sword and ran towards the base of the ruined fortress, then said, "You vile being of darkness, what have you done to my sons?" So, with hearing that, Lord Lazarus said, "Oh, I just drained them of their souls during the sacrifice of shadows." So, with hearing that, Lord Lazarus said, "Oh, I just drained them of their souls during the sacrifice of shadows." Then he also said, "Here, you can have them back now." Then Lord Lazarius tossed the bodies of Ara and Izzy down to the ground, where they landed at Arn's feet. Now Arn knelt down and picked up his oldest son, while Menahira picked up his other son. Then together they took them back to their camp and placed them in the tent. And then they rejoined the battle and siege. Thanks for watching. See you all again next Thursday for another audiobook of Chapter 6, Part 2 of The Rising Tides of the Great Battle for Amerikhanta. Like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to hit that little notification bell so you don't miss a video.